Okay, hi everybody. This is Dr. Jenny Lynn. We are up to video 8 of the Telesummit, and I promised you that we would have a lot of tactical information where you could just watch a video and learn and start doing. I also learned that at some point we are going to take a pretty significant step back and get to some of the pieces of your digital marketing presence that you just haven't taken care of yet. So that is what we're doing today. We are going over your keyword research. Now, I have to say that or I will share that anytime anybody, any professional is working on your digital presence, you are going to absolutely, well, you should come out of that experience with some keyword research. It drives me nuts when my clients pay $5,000 to $10,000 for a brand new website and no one has done the keyword research. And then they come to me and they want to start blogging and they want to start doing social. And I ask for the keyword research, and it's a step that I have to take back because it absolutely has to be done. So my slides are not advancing. There we go. Okay, so my name is Dr. Jennifer Gardella. On a lot of these telesummits, I always joke that they usually talk about themselves and the weather and coronavirus for minutes, sometimes up to a half hour. This is what I do. I very simply help my clients build a significant digital presence. I do that through individualized meetings, trainings, networking, and then I also provide monthly support. Find out everything you ever needed to know about me at jennifercardella.com. I want to also give you the assurance that everything, almost everything you've seen about me out there on the web, that's me who did most of it. So I want to give you hope that you can really do this for yourself. So today's download is steps of the keyword research process. It will be available on the download page. Take a look. It goes over everything that I'm reviewing in the slides here and just gives you some space to start to write down your keywords. You know, I like to be organized. So what is a keyword? A keyword, they can be phrases or individual words or questions, and they're the words and phrases that your ideal clients are using when they search for your goods and services on the internet. So it could be one single word, it could be a phrase, or it could be a question. Now, the first thing that I recommend that you do when you're looking for your keywords is to start a list. I am a big fan of Google Drive because it's very flexible in how then you can share it in a Google toolbar with yourself and have access to it. You can open up a Word document. Whatever you do, do not use napkins, do not use Post-it notes. So we only want to make one list and we want it to be very accessible. This should actually kind of be easy because right now we're not going into an office, so we're not transferring a lot of files back and forth. So things are, well, it's easier to keep them. The keyword list is going to be start off with your core practice areas. So what do you do? By the way, in the next couple slides, I'm giving you lots of examples, but what do you do? What are the geographic locators of where you can do your job? So for instance, if you work in Philadelphia, here in Pennsylvania, then you want to make sure that your website and your social media posts has the word Philadelphia in it, because then when people go looking for a Philadelphia attorney or a Philadelphia accountant or an accountant near me and they're sitting in Philadelphia, your website will have that geolocator in it. You also want to include on your keyword list to start out, what questions do your clients ask when they call you? The questions that your clients commonly have are the questions that other people, your other ideal clients, are probably asking of Google. So we want to make sure that those questions make it on the list. And then here's something that's really interesting. What do you want to be known for? Like, what are those words and phrases? So if you want to be known for a college counselor in San Diego, California, those specific words have to be written everywhere. If you are looking at that particular market, you'll notice that your competitors have those words written in. If you are a landscaper in Lawrenceville, New Jersey, make sure that those words are written in as well. So let me give you some examples. So geographic locators are important. It's where you want and can do your job. Now, if you're like me and you can work with people across the United States and the world, this may be something that you really want to think about because I don't include a lot of geographic locators. However, let's go through these. I've worked with several clients in each of these areas. So a divorce attorney is bound by the places where they can practice. Typically, a divorce attorney will practice in one state, and I have a lot of familiarity over with the New Jersey system, where a lot of divorce attorneys just like to practice in certain counties. So if you are geographically constrained in any way, make sure that those constraints are written into your website. Other than that, a divorce attorney is going to have several main keywords. So they're going to have divorce, alimony, child support. You're going to have things like health insurance, child custody plans, parenting plans. So, and then if you take that a step further, you're also going to have the common questions that people ask you, like how do we split up the holidays once we get divorced? Who gets the house once we get divorced? Will I have to get a job once we get divorced? So you can see it's the geographic locators, it's then the simple words, the core practice areas, and then it's the questions. Typically, those questions make great blog posts as well. So for an accountant, hot topic right now because we happen to be in accounting season. So for any accountant, your core practice areas are obviously accounting, doing taxes. So tax preparation would be a good one. Filing tax forms would be another really good one. I'd have to look in your specific area, but those are both really good. Small business taxes, and then the questions that people ask, how to get organized around how do I get myself organized around my taxes? That's a big one. How much am I going to have to pay in taxes? How much do you charge to file my taxes? Now, if you're a restaurant owner at this time, there's probably been no better time for you to build your digital presence since such a significant part of your operation is shut down. What we want you to do is start putting great information. Again, your geolocators are important. What types of food do you serve? Do you do Italian, Mexican, general American food? Your price points, you can talk generally about that. This is also a great time to do things like recipes of favorite restaurants in the area. So I always encourage my restaurant owners to include those keywords. Keywords for restaurant owners also, if you're in a city, would be the area of that city. For instance, Little Italy of the Bronx in New York is a great one. Willow Grove in Pennsylvania is a good one because people are looking for restaurants in those particular areas. Same with Princeton, New Jersey. Great restaurant in Princeton, New Jersey. If you want to rank, those keywords best be written into your content. Now, psychologists, this happens to be one of my areas of specialty also because I have a PhD in psychology. So psychologists need to write on words like therapy. They need to write on words like anxiety, depression, drug addiction, all of the main areas that you want to counsel in. So let's just say you want to counsel in eating disorders. You would make sure that eating disorders is written into the content of your website often. Psychologists also are very geographically constrained, usually because they see their patients in their office. Now that may change after the coronavirus, but usually people want to come in. So if you're a psychologist and you practice in a specific area, make sure the specific areas are worked in. Then think about it. What are the common questions that people ask when they're looking at therapists? Do you accept my health insurance? How many hours a week am I going to have to come to therapy? What's your license? They're looking for your credentials. How many people have you helped? And then business coaches. So business coaches can usually work on the phone or in person. Typically, they run things like masterminds. You're going to talk about accountability, setting business goals. Business revenue is down. You're going to start to really highlight all of those areas that you help people with. And then the common questions. How do I build my business? How do I scale my business? Or I need help with my business. You want to talk about the different aspects of a business. So from marketing to management to hiring. So those are the main kind of ideas that I had when I set up this slide very quickly today that I could help you. Again, if you need more help, we're right now in my zone of brilliance. As you know, I always joke, don't ask me to cook you dinner, but please, if you have any questions about finding your keywords or understanding this concept and how it relates directly to your business, just book a call with me. Now, So we've developed our list, and you've put down your core areas, you've put down your questions, you've put down the shorter tail keywords that you can think of. Now it's time to look at your competitors that are successful. So type into Google what you want to rank for, and then see why your competitors are ranking. Now there's different places in Google that you can rank. So you're not going to break the top spot on Google unless you're that top section until you're running ads. You're not going to break into the maps listing until you have a Google My Business page that has the right keywords in it. We're right now going after the third section of the Google search page, which is the organic results for websites. So what are your competitors including in their writing? And then add those new phrases and questions to your keyword research. Now, your keyword list. When I do this for my clients, I usually stop at about 10. So for instance, I have a new client who is a book publisher. Really interesting. So the question is, what do the big book publishers have written into their website so that when someone goes onto the internet looking for, I need a good book to read, how is that information positioned so that it's displayed in search? So you want to look at your successful competitors. Don't look at small competitors or people that are not successful. Look for those bigger names and look for the guys that show up in search. So then what you do with all that data is you actually go to a couple websites. Now, I suggest these top three. It's fine if you want to just do these three at first. You may want to go back in later on and refine some things, but I'm going to explain how to use each one because they're all different, which is why I love to use these three. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to open up a Google AdWords account. Now, do not worry, we are not spending money. I don't really like to spend a lot of money on the internet, but a Google AdWords account is going to tell you how much a keyword is worth or how expensive a keyword is to purchase. The logic here is that if a keyword is expensive to purchase, it probably is a popular one that is searched often. So you can go through your keyword list that you've developed. Now remember, you've developed it by what you thought, what you wanted, then you looked at your competitors, and then you thought some more. It's an iterative process, right? We're going to go round and round, and then see what they are, how much they cost in Google. You can buy words and phrases and questions in Google as well. Then you're going to go on to Uber Suggest. This is Neil Patel's site. It is a treasure trove of information. You can put in your website, find out what you rank for, which is really fascinating because a lot of the times you're not going to rank for what you think you rank for, which is really, or you don't rank for what you want to rank for, I should say. I've had some clients rank for, or Uber Suggest will pop out that they're ranking for the craziest things that don't even have to do with their business, which is really always a fascinating process. But Uber Suggest gives possible keywords, gives keyword suggestions. It then gives the ability to look for those keywords in other places on your competitor site. So it's a whole bunch of info. And then the last one that I suggest is Answer the Public. Answer the Public is a funky site. I always do like funky and unusual, but you put in a keyword and it will generate just sometimes hundreds, if not thousands of questions around that keyword. So you can then take what you learn from Answer the Public and go back into Google, your Google AdWords account and back into Uber Suggest. Now, again, the steps of this are in the handout for today. The big thing here is for you to understand just the general process. Now, here's the big question. Once you have your keywords, oh, wait a minute, I forgot a really important one. You know, it's a really good one that I've learned. Go into Google and just say, what are good keywords for, and then do whatever, and then ask Google. I've gotten some really good suggestions. So what are some good keywords for a realtor to use in marketing? What are some good keywords for a social media consultant to use in marketing? Those can be very, very helpful. So what are we going to do with our keywords? Well, you're going to write them into your editorial calendar. I have a hint, that's one of the upcoming videos, and you're going to naturally use them in all content. Now, what was a thing of the past was to take all of these keywords and stuff them into your content. So, for instance, for a realtor, it would be realtor, housing in Atlanta, Georgia, very stuffed, not naturally written, and Google decided a bunch of years ago that Google didn't like that. So it will penalize you if you do that. So never stuff them. We want to talk naturally with our keywords. Hi, I'm a real estate agent working out of Atlanta, Georgia, and I would love to help you sell your house. I know that's overgeneralized. It's just an example. I also always really highly recommend that you take the time and you go back and you update the content that's on your website. So if you are that realtor in Atlanta and you find some interesting phrases that are popular for people to search on when they're trying to find you, go back in to your existing content and change things. Can be incredibly helpful. Now, I wanted to stress the importance of keywords on your homepage. There's a lot of important places to put your keywords. One of them is your homepage. Your homepage should be your largest article on your website. It should have, I'm going to say, a minimum of 1,000 words, and it should be keyword rich, really highlighting exactly what you do. So again, when you're reading the websites of your competitors, when you are doing all of this research, you'll narrow down a list and your homepage should reflect that. So again, you guys, if you've been watching the Telesummit, you know how to connect with me. Connect with me at jennifergardella.com. You can email me at jennifer@the Group. I love, and as you know, I have a Corona goal of getting 10,000 people to connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm almost there. It's very exciting, so please do that. And if you have any questions whatsoever, I don't want anybody sitting out there lost. So please go over to my website, jennifergardella.com, go to the top and all the way to the right, you can book a call with me. So here's my last slide. Again, Jennifer at the Gardella Group or jennifergardella.com. Guys, keyword research is important. Don't give up. This is a big part of your digital marketing plan. So I look forward to hearing of all of your success. Thanks. Bye.